Welcome, Divine Ones. I am AKASHA AZURITE. Welcome to Starseed Evolution channel. I hope everyone's feeling the high energies coming in from the super moon. It's a beautiful expansion. Feeling expansion in the physical body. So we are getting hit with tons and tons and tons of light. All different types of frequencies, galactic frequencies, galactic super quantum frequencies, all new star code frequencies, plasma frequencies coming in. What I tune into the most is going to be the UTOPIA diamond energy matrix. All of the diamond codes. I'm going to just say diamond plasma codes, gold codes, cosmic codes, star codes. Today I'm going to bring in a transmission from Vega, but I wanted to talk about the physical body symptoms. And I don't want to say symptoms, but physical body recollaboration that is happening right now is in the organs. Major upgrades in the stomach area, gallbladder and liver, recoating on both hemispheres of the brain. So the right side of the brain areas is going through a rewiring. So rewiring frequencies, all new tuning and toning, and also upgrades to the crystalline skull. So there is just tons and tons of light, massive amounts of light, crystalline light, all different types of beautiful crystalline diamond energy matrix transmissions that are coming in. The body is feeling almost as if like it's blown up with photonic light and not able to move around and to function. So feeling like you are lethargic, not being able to get up and get out of bed, very thirsty is going to be the month. So it's going to be the whole month. So we are moving into being reborn again and again and again, I think within every 4 hours. Rebirthing and rising as the phoenix every 4 hours. We're in completion gateways. So this is all completion. A lot of you guys will be feeling like you have to get things done, that you have to, that there's a lot that has to be done all in one massive jump, and that will happen too as well. So all completion, so everything is a wrap up, meaning contracts, all contracts, soul contracts, people, places, things, and events too. So a lot of you guys could be feeling as if you just jumped somewhere and you're being moved out already, and that will happen too as well. So like quantum jumping, yeah. Quantum jumping is not even jumping anymore. I'm going to say, I'm just going to say Stargate jumping at this point. So it is you jump and then you jump again. So it's multiple jumps, multiple timeline jumping, and then it could be A to Z timeline jumping, meaning that you can shift, you can move, you can complete in a nanosecond, and you could see yourself shifting somewhere else. So contracts are going as fast as they come in. And I am going to say that it's going to get faster until January. It will be faster until March. So no expectations and no attachments and holding on, and that is everything coming in. But it's in the physical body. So as the body brings in more light, and we just had huge blasts of light in the past 3 days, where you can't even you'll feel like you're so expanded that you won't be able to move, or it's feeling almost as if like you can't catch up, or you're feeling like your motor racing, like nothing is flowing in the body because there's so much plasma. It could feel like that you're walking through it was like it's walking through some type of like a new gravity grid, like gravity, like as you're being sucked, kind of like sucked through gravitational pulls, if that makes any sense. So you'll be trying to get things done and you'll feel like you won't be able to move, like you'll feel like Gumby, like a Gumby trying to stretch out and expand. It's like I don't know how to explain it, but it's also gravitational pull, almost like you're being sucked into the magnetic systems and sucked into the magnetic fields into Gaia. So it's almost like Gaia is like, Gaia is moving through a Stargate. Gaia is moving through its Stargate and its teleportation. Right now, that's what it is Gaia is teleporting through the next gate system within the multiverse. So it's the new universe. So everyone will feel like they're gravitating, being pulled closer to her. So it's like she's kind of gravitating and pulling everybody inward in order to fly through a Stargate. So it's actually Gaia that's teleporting into the new universe, the new multiverse system. So there's a whole new multiverse system. So there's all new light and all new light codes and everything's gone. So I always tell everybody, it's like everything is gone again. You wake up, everything's gone. So everybody like, what do you mean everything's gone? Well, everything's gone. You can just tell. It's almost as if like you're aeons, millions of years into the future. So I wanted to bring this in to share with you. The organs themselves are going through a massive recollaboration and detox, recoding, rewriting, and becoming one organ for some of us, and then some of us are already there. So ones that are already there, and those are the ones that are fully online, are still feeling the amounts of light, lots of sleeping and resting possibly, or up getting everything done that needs to be done. The super quantum human usually can stay up for a few weeks. We can function up for a few weeks as a super quantum human. We don't have to sleep and rest. It's going to be for ones that are still activating the higher strand system. So activating strand 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then the higher ones. So the quantum human, a fully quantum human, can fly through timelines to be up for 2 weeks and to get everything done. And that's where the recollaboration of the physical body is going. I cannot do this, or I can't get all this done, or I'm stressed out. And that really is just an illusion of the old matrix. So that takes a huge recollaboration, lots of sleep, lots of rest, and lots of honoring your sacred pathways within inside of you. So a lot of people are going to be experiencing that you're being told more to rest and to sleep. Wild experiences, teleportation in the physical is starting to amp up. Light speed teleportation, light speed movements, the Merkaba system speeds at a light speed. So when you're cooking dinner or getting things done around the house, you're cleaning the house, you're going to feel like you're teleporting around the house. You'll be able to see the light grids activate. When we say light grids activate, we're actually saying that you'll see light and you'll be teleporting. So you will be moving very fast from one place to the next. That's the Merkaba system, but sometimes it'll be in a circular motion. So you'll see you're going in sacred geometries, and you can only move in sacred geometries in the quantum fields. So you're cleaning the house and it's all sacred geometry the whole time. So you'll be moving at light speeds, teleporting in sacred geometry, because that is the new teleportation system that's coming online with the super galactic system. It has been online, but we're talking about the ones that are like you and me, that are fully awakened, in a sense, knowing our soul purpose, knowing that we are star beings, we are light beings, light warriors, gods and goddesses, knowing that yes, we've definitely broke through those matrices already, and we are upgrading the super quantum computer system every single day, going through massive upgrades, and it's 144 right now. So the numbers that are coming in is 144. Which I tuned into abundance. 144 is abundance, but 1144, 1122, 1155, and we'll probably see it again. These are all new Merkaba coordinates for teleportation codes. And this is a recollaboration in order for you to teleport geometrics through geometrics and equations, meaning when a lot of people say teleportation, for some reason you guys think it's only in the astral realm, and it's not. We can teleport physically here, and you do it unconsciously for a while, and then now you become conscious. So when you're cooking dinner, or you're cleaning the house, or you're walking around, or you're doing your everyday errands, you have to move in geometrics, not in the old linear. So you'll see flashes of light You'll be able to speed and get things done, or it's the opposite, which is the reversal spin. And the plasma is you're like in a plasma bubble and you're gravitating and you're trying to move because you're in a recollaboration, like it's not even a recoding, a rewiring to your whole system in order for you to only walk in geometrics. So you can feel like you're walking underwater, and that's true of the true plasma system, is that you walk underwater. Like my husband walks very funny. He looks as if he's walking underwater, or he'll walk sideways, and he will have to walk sideways for the rest of his life because he's fully quantum. So that's a full quantum being and a full super plasma quantum being, which is the galactic consciousness. They walk in plasma, so it's a plasma system. So they walk sideways and they walk in geometrics. It's actually really funny. And will only be walking sideways for the rest of his life. So or the rest of it's not really life. Yeah. So you unlock the immortal code after the plasma. When you're on a full plasma system, you're pretty much an immortal being after that point. And so the years are a lot longer than just 100. So you will be walking. So it's like just kind of walking almost as if like you kind of feel like you're bow-legged for a little while, and that's a full plasma system because there is no like you walk underwater and then you never go back. So it's like that doesn't happen, okay? And that is like it's permanent. Okay, and it's permanent. Now some of us have different systems. Some of us have more galactic systems. I'm going to say galactic system, and this is angelic human system. Okay, so this is a certain system. My husband's on a certain system. I'm on a different type of system for right now, and then eventually I will upgrade to a higher system. So the system we're on is the recoding and teleportation through light fields that you have to upgrade in the plasma system to be able to teleport like a galactic being. Galactic beings teleport at a light speed and geometrics. So you will be running to the bed and laying down and just sitting in your star pod because you're not going to ever be able to walk like you used to as human anymore. And that's what the recoding is. So you'll be feeling like you're kind of pushing through dimensions trying to even get your dinner done for your kids. Like going, oh my God, we're gonna fall, like we're gonna die. Oh, okay. Trying to make dinner for just an hour because you're trying to make dinner in a linear way. So it's the system that says no, this isn't happening. You have to go reset. So you go back in. If you go back into your bed, that's your quantum light field. That's like your star pod. So you can go and reset yourself. Now you go back in, it resets, kind of like a battery charge, and then you can go and try it again. Once you realize that you have to cook the dinner, you have to get things done in a geometric. So you'll see you start one thing over here, and then you start one thing over here. You can clean your bathroom, and then you wind up in the living room cleaning because it's a geometrics. It's all sacred geometry, and you'll be able to see yourself kind of like spinning around the whole house, and you'll see flashes of light, and you will be teleporting. So we actually do teleport to get anything done, and it is in the physical. So that is what I call the galactic super system, which is the galactic super body, because then you feel like you're going to lift off. And that's your galactic system. That's your galactic guardian system coming fully online, where everything is in geometrics, everything is in circular, and it will never be the same as what it was before. So when you are trying to go back into your head, so as soon as you go back into your head and you go right back into your head, you start thinking, that's where you're going to feel the most light coming in, because the vehicle itself, which is not, to me, is not a vehicle anymore, but we'll call it a vehicle for right now. Your super system, which is a full body system, is saying, oh no, nope, you're going back in your head. So now I'm going to put more light on you. I'm going to activate more light into the body. I'm going to activate more light into the grid. So you'll be falling asleep and you won't be able to talk like this. So you'll be talking really funny. because it's like, no, you're back in your head. I gotta put more plasma in. Hold on, let me just put more plasma in so we can get, because you won't, it's just a new way. There's no way back. You can't go back, because then you'll never be able to go back into a human again. So it's like going, oh, it really is, your system is thinking there's something wrong when you're in your head. This is, there's something wrong, you're back in your head, like, in a sense, like it's like like a trigger system, like it's you're triggering your own system to put more plasma into your body because you're back in your head, and it will just dump more plasma and more photonic light into your body to pass you out so you can go back into integration. So when you get up, everything has to be geometrics and equations and coordinates and teleportation for the rest of your incarnation, or if you end up vibrating off planet. And that can happen too. You can just vibrate somewhere else. So it just will, you just won't be able to. So a lot of people with the Ascension, it really is everything that you built and you constructed coming in here, because there's some people, it's like, or whatever it is that I want to go back, you'll never be able to go back, because then your system is just going to keep upgrading you. And that's where you'll have the back and forth for a while, which is the ego systems dissolving, and it has to happen. So the back and forth is the internal battle of your ascension. So I see a lot of people throughout the years, throughout 8 years, that are just like, I'm going to go back, or they drop really hard. Well, your drops are because you're in resistance of magic. You're in resistance of a higher state of consciousness. You're in resistance of a blissful reality and a crystalline matrix. And also, yes, the galactic Nova Terra, golden earth. You're in resistance of love. And that's just what it is. So you're in resistance of pure love, and it will happen forever, because I had to go through it too. You have to master the darkness, and you do, because Anubis, but it's I call him Anu, but it's Anubis, for us anyways. And we have our own language, in our canine galactic world that we live in his crystalline temples. But connecting to Anubis will always say, for me anyways, has always been a strong guide for me, and will always tell me that you have to master the darkness to master the light, and then you have to pull it together as one. And when I first awakened, I knew this. I knew that there was a huge distortion in dark and light, and black and white, and light and dark, and good and bad. Okay, most star children and star seeds can see right through the illusions of this matrix completely. All of the illusions, their whole incarnation, you'll be able to see right through the illusions. There is a difference between star seeds and different types of souls that are awakening. So we're able to see right through it. And I always said that everything has to come together as one, as the ultraviolet ray, which that is the full embodiment of source. And I always could see it, but there is a huge game in this matrix. And the biggest game in that matrix is the separation and duality. So I had to go into the games, because it's all fear and triggers, in order to master all of these realities. But just because you can see it, you can also get caught up into those matrix collective games, which is all of the darkness and the light and the black and the white and all of this hilarious stuff, where if you tune in, you can see that the light is the dark and the dark is the light. And it's hilarious if you actually really pull back and you become an observer, that you actually will see all of the intent are unpure. So it's really interesting. And that's where all the separation is. So when I sit back with all the gods, and we're all sitting back, it's almost like we're here. And as the gods would bring me up, and you sit back with the gods, and you can just look at all the games that are playing in the matrix. You can literally see the whole chessboard. And that's what you see. And we just sit back there and they go, this is what's going on. And eventually the gods will bring you up and to open you up to see. But you have to be completely in unity. And you do, to be able to see it all. And we'll show you, it's like the gods will just kind of bring me up and go, this is the chessboard completely. Like, this is what we're looking at. Okay, this is all the collective still playing in this game completely. Now, what we do as a vortex, as star children, and being able to experience the higher realms and to sit with the higher councils, or to sit with the God realms. To sit with the God realms is actually a beautiful, a beautiful achievement. Like, I guess we'll use achievement, but to sit with them, because if we can bulldoze through those matrices, and to bulldoze through them within ourselves, then we have been able to collapse millions of timelines for the collective grids of this Earth system. And that's the whole point. And that's through thousands of generations. So that could be like aeons, that we can move time and space. And starseeds, we can beyond move time and space. We can move the universes, and we can shift the universes. And that's really what we can do. And that's the full embodiment of our starborn DNA, which is the avatar DNA. We can move universes, and we really can. So it's like you could just sit here, and that really is a full embodiment. The gods are us, and there's no separation between the gods and us. The gods are us. They're just fully encoded with the higher DNA strands. It's the God strands. They are us. We were it's like there's, they are the star seeds and the indigos and the angelic humans. So there is no difference. They're just in a higher realm. And we do have to talk about this today, that there is no worship. Okay, so there is no worship there. So that really is something that was created from a human aspect in a lower density frequency band. And that's all that it is. It's a lower density frequency band. It's a bandwidth in an old matrix, a prison system, okay, that was created by the consciousness, which is beautiful consciousness. And the human species is a magnificent creator. The human species are creators. We're all creators, and they're magnificent, and we really are magnificent. But it's time for us to go to the next universe again, where we're going back to the golden age. We're going back to the golden diamond age. So it's time for us, because all that happened is really simple, is that the density lowered on the planet. So which means the human species obviously would lower in their frequency bands too as well. And that's what it is. We're raising in consciousness, we're elevating consciousness. It's the human species, the human ego systems, from the prison system and the duality systems and the next system, which is the separated system. And duality is what is creating, as powerful creators, you are creating all of these collective grid systems, and you are creating duality, which is light and dark, and all of whatever it is that you create in your own reality grid, which is in your physical body, which you have free will of choice to create, and you do. So it's fine in the way that it is. And that's where I say they're already powerful creators. Yes, we, that's the big one in the house coming in. We're already powerful creators. Okay, so by free will of choice, you are creating the illusions of separation and duality, and you're creating the illusions of the black and white, and you're creating continuously creating illusions, and all of these illusions keeping everyone separated with fear. So you want to pay attention to who you're allowing yourself to be programmed with, because if we continue to create in fear, we continuously create in a creation of fear, okay, or taking everything personal. Everything is personal, everything is I, or this is happening. If you keep creating these old stories, then you will maintain in a reality grid with the collectives of a duality system. And it is very true. So that's fun, and it's fine, because a lot of us, most likely, you'll have to keep continuously playing it out, because it really is a part of your unconscious programming, and it could be for the whole incarnation. Okay, eventually you will activate and expand in consciousness. You'll start to break through those matrices and those barrier systems within inside of you with the new diamond codes. And you will say, I will not take things personal anymore. And I'm going to unify. And to be able to unify. Hold on a second. Okay. No, it was a cat matrix. Okay. So it's really simple. Shifting over into the new diamond energy matrix is seeing how fast can you guys dissolve your illusions? How fast can you see through everything that's coming up in the physical body when the diamond body activates, and it starts to activate the diamond grid or the crystalline grid or rainbow grid. So whatever frequency is that you tune into within your physical body, it's in the body. So it's not out there anymore. So if you realize everything that you're seeing that is inside of you is in the collective consciousness, which is the old system, the old computer system, the virus system of fear and separation, duality, or whatever comes up. And it could be manipulation mentalities or these, you know, whatever you see inside of you that you feel like is a lower frequency band. Now, sometimes you won't be able to see all the matrices yet until you are able to activate enough photonic light in sacred geometry and light codes. And you're able to move through your mazes and your hacks in your consciousness. So you will be able to open as you're able to dissolve, and to dissolve the density and to dissolve the old system. You'll be able to see as you dissolve the veils, and you call them veils, but I don't like calling them veils anymore. But once you actually start moving through, matrices will look like geometrics, and you will see that there will be a maze within a maze, or a maze, and as you have to kind of move through time and space, and you have to clear your akashic and clear the akash through all time and space and the multiverse and the planetary body and the universal body. So you will be moving through time and space, and as you move through the collective grids and you move through, you will be able to see all the collectives, which is chessboard, and you'll be able to actually sit and to maneuver it, kind of like a Rubik's Cube. And as you maneuver it, you have to understand that we are all connected through source light, and we are connected through the frequency of pure creation of source. So because we're connected through source and we're all interconnected, everything that you see out there and anything that you see where you're separated at is within inside of you. So you will learn how to move through collectives, planetary systems, but moving through the past 3,000 years. And then moving through the future, moving to the past, but it's not really the past, okay? So it's all simultaneously running at once, that you will be clearing for collectives, for it could be for aeons too, because if you go into the electrical wars and the galactic wars, and you just sit in your Merkaba, you will have to move through many, many matrices, many, many veils, and also to restore back to an original blueprint too. So you can move through aeons, because some of those wars were actually aeons, so beyond millions of years, because it's time travel, and you're not understanding, we don't understand time travel yet. So you will realize that you are moving through warps and time beyond what you can even imagine. Those are your matrices, your mazes, and your grid work in your physical body, okay, that has to go and to restore back to a pure template, pure template. It has to be a pure grid and a pure source grid, God consciousness, source consciousness today, but most it will be a pure God consciousness grid for ones that are able to tune into what the warps in time are and how to maneuver through these we call them mazes, and there's different types of mazes in time, and then warps in time too as well. And a lot of it is time travel. So majority of them were different projects that were set up, and these were all projects set up here too as well. But it's a rehabilitation system, and this whole Earth system is a rehabilitation system. So some of you guys will have to continue for the next incarnation in the rehabilitation system, because you chose with free will that you are going to stay in the path in a sense that you're on right now, if that makes sense. And you can shift your path as you activate in photonic light, but you will have to come back into the Earth system in order to clear, to be able to clear your karma. But it's not really karma, so clear the Akash. I'm going to say Akashic. You'll have to continue to clear your Akashic. And it really is that if you know you have been able to be able to move through your ascension cycles, but you chose, I'm going to just stay here. I feel like I'm just going to stay where I am, then that's perfect the way that it is. You will just know that you'll come into a higher Earth system in order to clear the Akashic system. Maybe one more time or a few other times. And that's perfect the way that it is. Now, ones that are saying, I am ready to clear the Akashic in this lifetime, that is a lot of purification. Purification in many different times and spaces that are all simultaneously running at once, that are accessed within the consciousness of your physical body. Is that your structures, your blueprints, and all of your gene codes, your DNA codes. So the ones that are going to clear the Akashic and are going to continue, it's a purification. So it's a pure body system, and it's a pure crystalline diamond body system. So when we say pure, that means that everything that is in a lower vibrational frequency band is not allowed into the physical body no longer. So it really does become pure, and then it becomes more pure. It's like breatharian, that we breathe photonic light, that we are able to breathe solar plasma, and most likely the purity will be everything for the body. And it could just be juicing, smoothies, raw food for the intake, and lots of pure vitamins and pure water. And that could be true for some, and then maybe not true for everyone else. But I do know that the plasma system and the diamond body system does not hold density of any type of creatures, sacred creatures, sacred animals on the planet that hold fear before we eat them. Okay, so that's where they're sacred beings. Eventually, the density will not be able to hold in the physical body. Okay, as you go into more of the diamond plasma energy matrix. So kind of wanted to kind of tune into what is coming in right now, is that we are really moving through fast acceleration portals to collapse all of these vortexes, all these matrices. We call it the chessboard sometimes, but the chessboard is the fourth dimension. Everything that is playing in the grid system that needs to go, that you can just see that eventually we are assisting with purifying the consciousness to shift out of these old stories. So the one thing is, old stories, what are you creating that's old stories? How can you activate new creations, new stories? So if you have this old story, which is a belief, okay, so seeing if you're moving the belief out, or let's say that there's something that you really want to do, and there's a belief that's a discord of judgment. You have to clear the timelines and clear the judgment, and then you should be able to master the timelines, and then also to bring in exactly what you feel in your heart in creation that is pure, that this is pure, okay, and to move through these timelines. So if you are someone who is purifying the grids, especially with belief systems, and I am going to say galactic dogmas at this point, because I've been tuning into they say religion and dogmas. Well, there's galactic dogmas I've been tuning into that are quite intense within the communities. stories that I just sit back and I go, oh, okay, this is interesting. Just to sit here and to tune into going, wow, if you can tune into the blueprints, the construction, and the old stories that are continuously being created, that you are creating and continuously creating this, then that eventually, that creation, those collectives are going to kind of float off into their own collectives until there is that game changer, which will be a Lyran, most likely a Lyran or a higher dimensional being, could be but most likely be a Lyran higher self is what I see. There is a Lyran, and it seems like there could be a few of them, but it seems like there's one. In the collectives of what we call the Galactic Dogma communities that are going to bust these matrices. So they have to stay there. They're going to have to stay in that pod in order to wake them up and say, stop creating old stories. Boom, like this. And we'll do it in pure way. So how they do it is they have to move through those vortexes themselves. And as they move through those vortexes themselves, they'll be able to collapse those grids and to collapse those grids. So they have hard contracts to collapse these pod systems. Now there's all different types of galactic communities, spiritual communities, or it really doesn't matter because I don't want to separate everything, but I'm just going to say that the Ascension communities, each one of them has a small pod of higher dimensional beings, which most likely are star children or different rays or crystal children, or it could be children too as well, that are going to break these matrices in order for them to stop creating these stories and to realize you are creating old stories and that we're never going to be able to shift. Like this pod will just continuously loop. Yeah, it's like a loop like this, and you're just be looping and looping and looping and looping, and then the loops will get closer together and closer together, and then eventually everybody, which is good. So they'll get closer together because the little pod, these little star children, which could be, you know, ones in a belly, it could be in the mother's, in a star seed's belly or a mother's belly that's about to you know, that has been awakening. And this one is about to just blow open the grids. Well, when you blow open the grids, all of those loops collapse, and then all of them will shift and most likely will end creating old stories once they awaken to the light grid and awaken to the photonic light. And this is in all communities, and it's not just Ascension. Once they awaken to that grid system and that light, that photonic light, they're all going to collapse all of those loops together and to move out of that maze, because that's a maze, okay, of control and domination, and it's a disguised maze. And you'll be able to see that it's a maze, and that's why those children come in and they bust those mazes down in order for their souls to be free and to be able to free their soul, in a sense, to the next to the next higher realm elevation, where they will realize that they are creating old stories and just to create new. So moving through fixed belief systems and old belief systems. Old stories are fixed belief systems that will keep you in a maze or in what we call a trap. And it's a collective trap for a while, but that trap will fall because there are ones on soul missions to come in and say, oh, okay, so we have this one still running, this one's still running, this one's still running, this one's still running, this one, you know, like kind of going, all right, so boom, 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 boom. Now, there's ones that are really good as doing it just through them, that will be able to sit and just clear it as a vortex. And that's where all of your contracts come as a star seed. All of those crazy, wild contracts, wondering, why am I here? And why is this happening to me? Or why did this happen to me in my life? It's because we took on the highest contracts to bust those matrices down at a light speed. And if you learn how to move through these mazes and to pull back to expanding consciousness to see they're still creating this, after 3,000 years, you're still creating this. after 10,000 years. Okay, so kind of like moving and busting those matrices down. If you're going to continuously stay in those fields, as the original creators and creators would know that this is just a creation, which is just an illusion system. So you'll be able to learn how to break them down with inside of you, and you will be able to see everyone changing very, very fast. And that's the reason why Star Children came in with the highest contracts in order to assist many, many collective systems that are stuck in belief systems for over 3,000 years and still battling it out, which is the Armageddon softwares. Now there's ones that are transmitting the Armageddon softwares, but are disguised in an Armageddon softwares and disguised in a trap within a trap within a trap. So those are the ones you want to pull and just kind of pull a little bit away from and see if you can create something better. And that is, it's very true coming from the higher realms. How can we create new? How can we create and to shift out of these belief systems and don't have any beliefs? If you can open up and to open up as a creator and know if this is what you see, you have the power to collapse these grids for thousands and millions of people within inside of you by choosing not a belief, okay, not a belief, but pure love, or choosing to create a crystalline diamond energy matrix, or to create something beautiful with rainbow spectrums. Start with rainbow spectrums, and then you can start creating with the crystalline diamond energy matrix or the gold energy diamond matrix, and that would be, you would be creating more of a timeline for them in the golden earth or the aurora earth, whatever frequency comes in, and that's how you'll learn how to be a reality programmer. And you'll know, oh, okay, this is reality, a reality programmer. This is what reality programmers do, is that reality programmers do not continuously create something of an old system and an old story from 2 minutes ago, or 60 seconds ago, or 30 seconds ago, okay? Because that is an old story. Does that make sense? So I said, you wouldn't create it. You would know that's old. You watch something for 5 minutes, that's old. You watch this for 5 minutes, it's old. The gods are, you guys are becoming old. That's not, the gods are gonna be old, the galactics are old. We don't believe in galactics anymore. But anyways, just kind of shifting, you know, it's like, I'm going to connect to water only, and water is going to be just the abyss, or just connecting to your universal soul. So is kind of moving through belief systems, just giving some examples of experiences, is that you have to detach from all beliefs. When you go into the higher realms fully, there's no beliefs, there's no cords, there's nothing, there's just stillness and crystalline energy and light, and that's it. You're just light, you're floating light, and that's always, you want to see if you can always just create something that is in a higher timeline, or a pure existence, and you would do it by example with inside of you. And it's very simple. Yes, Santa. Listen to. Yes, Santa. Okay, and this is kind of just tuning in, just being an observer, just sitting and observing. And we sit and observe a lot because we're here to create, as the original creators, to create something, to create light, to create lighter, higher timelines. Okay, so coming up in the collectives, I'm just going to bring in a few Vega transmissions. Vega codes is going to assist the collectives right now with shifting through the completion gates, wrapping up everything that needs to be done for the completion for us to shift to the next universal system. And they call it the next universe the new universe, but we're already here, if that makes sense. We're going to work with a ruby diamond ray, and this will be the ruby flame with the Vega codes coming in. They're going to assist with abundance and prosperity and pure love. So the Vega codes are going to come in to activate the crystalline diamond Vega codes. And the Vega energies is connected to Lyran and bird frequencies. Lyran frequencies and bird race frequencies is what I see transmitting, but they're also just connected to Vega. So Vega is also to me a higher ether realm, the Vega crystalline realms, but it's a Vega star system. I really don't call it a star system because if you actually go into their system, you're going to see different types of planetary systems and galaxies. So I will let you tune into on your own. I see more different galaxy pods is what I see. Galaxy pods would just be different galaxies within the Vega system. And then as you move in and you zoom in, you'll be able to see somewhat solar systems, but different types of planetary systems, life, different forms of what we would call life. So we're just going to activate with a Vega frequency, and this will be Vega diamond codes, but we are going to be working with the red flame, and that's going to be the ruby ray and the diamond frequencies. And just clearing, we are clearing lots of lack still in the collective consciousness. So divine love and divine pure heart codes with the ruby diamond ray. Santuru Santi, Asandu Shanakana, the Ruka Santi, Yasanta, Yasantri Fushinti Kushnakati, Gushanakana, the Ruku Santi, Asanakana, the Kata. And we're just going to start transmitting with our rubies, divine pure love, and this is heart love, pure love hearts, intelligence. Yasantri Fushinti Nakasanta, Gishintri Fushinti, Gishanakata. This one's going to transmit. This is going to activate the stargate of abundance for the collectives in prosperity. So abundance, divine pure love, and prosperity. Deep sacredness of honoring our physical body and purely loving ourselves. Purely loving is crystalline consciousness of self-care. We're going to connect to the Vega councils, and they're just going to connect into our heart grid. We're going to bring in the Vega diamond codes with the red flame, the Andarian collectives, our beautiful master crystal, the red flame, the ruby diamond ray. And the Andarians are transmitting Vega codes and Vega frequencies and Vega crystalline temples. Gasantina Kushakuti, Santanafano Kosanakata, Awashantina Kusha Fushnakasanti, activating the pure diamond frequencies of the heart. Goshantuna Kasanti, Kushnakana, the Fukasanti, Gosanaku, Sanakasanti, Kusha Fushnakasanti, Unakana. The Santuri Fushna Kusantina Kishakata, Santuri Fushinduisha Fushnakasanti, Kishakata, Fushnakata. Gesanti. Gesantina Kasano Kushantina Kushnakandri Fukasantina Ki Okunandri Panakasanti, Gasantina Kasanakata, Gesantrusha Fushnakasantina Kata, Asantru Kushanakati, Gesantu Shakanandri Fukusanti, Gushnakanandri Fukunakana, Santina Kanandakati, activating abundance and prosperity. Wishna Kusha Fushna Kushnakandri Fukasantina Kusantina Kusha Fushnakata. Gusinti Kusinti Konokunanda Kasanti, Asantina Kasanta Kushinti Kushinti. Gana, the Refoka Santina Kiakana, the Refoka Santina Kiakata, Gesantina Kushana Kasantina Kata, Gesanta, Gesantirufuna, Santino Kushna Kanan, the Refoka Santia Kasanti, We're going to connect to a new race, and there's a new crystalline diamond race. These are beings that look like white diamonds, and they look like millions and trillions of diamonds. And it is the crystalline diamond light beings who are us, but it's a new council that's coming in that I was able to see. They're going to assist us. So I'm going to call them the Diamond Council. The Diamond Councils is the connection to the Diamond God realms, and that those are the gods and their diamond body systems. So we're going to call them the Diamond High Councils of pure love. Santinaka, Santina, Santina, Kushnakata, Gisantirusha, Fushnaka, Santia, Funakata. And they're going to connect into the heart and to bring in transmissions. And you will be able to tune into millions and trillions of diamonds falling through and activating in the heart and just falling into your morphogenetic field and filling up all places and spaces of your body and also the morphogenetic field, your conscious field. Gasanti, Gushantu Kasanti, Gushnu Kushna Kunukunan, the Paku Santika Santikusanta, Gashantina Kushnakata, Asanakata. We're going to activate frequencies of hope for the collectives for the holidays, Santikata in faith, Santika Santika Santifu Sanakata, and also a template wipe, Santifu Shanakata, to remove belief systems and old belief systems that are keeping them in a lack mentality. And just open your heart that you are enough, that your light is enough, is the highest gift. Your presence, your essence is the highest gift. And to spread your wings and spread your light across the planet. And share your light, your kindness, and your generosity, the generosity of your heart and sharing. We're going to activate the frequencies of trust and pure trust within your universe, and to trust the highest version of you, and just to trust, have a deep connection to the universe. Activating the frequencies of the divine order, diamond codes, divine order, that everything is in the divine order and divine alignment, and everything is perfect the way that it is. Santina kuna, Gisintu Shantina kata. Gushno Kushna Kanandra Fuku Santina Ku, Kananda Kosantina Kushna Kanandra Fukuna Kiti, Ayokanandra Pakasantina Kata. Santina Koshantina Kasantinaka Santika Safoshana Kasanti, Oyano Santina Kananda, Boka Santina Kisha Fushnaka Santikata. Divine order, diamond codes. This will assist you with the masteries, a divine alignment. Universal divine alignment. The ruby flame diamond ray is going to activate the frequencies of the Vega DNA. Geishana Krishna Kuna Kanandra Fokasanti, Geishana Kanandra Fokasantina Kia Shankanandra Fokasantina Kananda Kasantina Pianakata, Gesantina Kushna Kunakati, Oyakana, Santina Kasantina Usha Fushna Kasantina Kasantina Kushnakata, Nasantana Kusantu Kusha Fushna Kusina Kuno Kanandra Fokasantina Katandra Fokasanti, Geishana Kanandra Fokasantina Kata. Gesantina Kasana Kanandra Fokasantina Kushanti, Geishana Kanandra Fokasantina Kata. Ayono Santana, Santina Ki, Gesanti, Shantina Kata, Gesantino Shafushanakati. All right, divine family, remember to drink pure, clean water, lots of pure water, high vibrational foods, yoga, exercise, energy arts. You can do smoothie and juicing. See what you want to put inside of your body that is pure and a pure frequency. Self-care is self-care for the physical body, getting outside and running, going for walks, tuning in, toning with nature, going to the gym, in a sense, setting goals. What is your goals, in a sense? And I know goals can be linear, but you can shift goals to the 5D and beyond in order for you to tune and tone the physical body. I do highly recommend moving the body, yoga, stretching, energy arts, opening up and letting the language of light just move you around the house. Put on some music and just move with the language of light. And that's movement too. And just, just practice language of light, energy arts, and just bring in whatever you feel like you have to do to move your body. When you have so much light coming in like we do, because yesterday was a massive wave for the supermoon, the day before that, you have to move your body. You have to be able to go for walks, to run, to be able to go into the gym, to lift, to be able to stretch your body, do Pilates, go into a hot yoga class, do Zumba, anything that you feel like that is going to move your body, get into different martial arts. I highly recommend opening up new passageways and new doorways. If you feel like that you don't want to go to the gym, then get up and move around and dance in the house, and to be able to move your body and to open up the portals and the channels within inside of you to be able to integrate all of this light. If not, you're going to feel as if you are having, and it is true, you will have so many softwares come up at once that you most likely will go into lower states of consciousness. And that serves a purpose too, but you can move and integrate the light, and then you can start creating. Once you integrate it and you move the body, you collapse the timelines, because you have to collapse. When you have photonic light come in, you have to move the body to collapse the timelines and to move the timelines out. That is the Akash clearing in the body. You're clearing the Akash. You have to get up and to move your body. You have to be able to move the system, to move the spinal cord, to collapse the realities, because why would you have to continuously be in a fourth dimensional reality when you have a higher frequency band that is integrating? So you can learn how to move the body. Taking baths. I highly recommend sauna, steaming, and taking baths. Baths with crystals. You can do Atlantis bath, Lemuria baths, putting crystals or Andaras in the bath, and salt, different forms of salt, or get into teas. I love making tea baths too as well. And that's all coming soon. Me and my husband have a lot coming in for January. So that will be a part of our sessions, that you come in to our session. Some of them you'll receive Andaras, or heaven on earth jewelry, or some of them you will receive an Atlantis bath or a Lemuria bath that's made for you with different types of herbs and salt for cleansing and clearing. So we're creating it right now. And that's a part of our session. All of our sessions, our single sessions, are going to 2 sessions, that they have to be 2 sessions for integration. And then it's really magical that's what we're creating. So it's a beautiful experience to create and to keep creating, and what we feel like that the collectives are going to need, and our soul family aligned to work with us. And it is all divine alignment. So everyone that comes into our space is divinely aligned to us, because that means that they have initiations with all of the councils or the God realms that we work with, or opening up new crystalline temples, or creator selves, or working with galactic high galactic guardian advanced training. And that will be our new training, is going to be Galactic JEDI training. And that's going to be magical too as well. So everyone is just aligned to us. It's all divine alignment. So we love creating all new curriculums, everything new. So get up and create something new. Once you integrate the light and you can take baths and you integrate for about a week, especially when you know you have a lot of light energy coming in. You move your body, you will see yourself creating. And that's all that we do. So we get everything done within the physical body, and then we sit and we create. So we have to co-create. We don't do anything else or we'll be sleeping. And it's very true that we get up, we create, and we co-create, and we get everything done that we have to. And that's the creator self, is that we're always constantly creating. So get up and create your dreams, your passions, your desires. If your limitations are always going to be money, then you need to retune yourself. You have to retune and to reprogram and to clear your akashics. You have to clear your akashics because that's all your limited belief systems, and it's all your limitations inside of you. It's always going to be limitations because it's fear energy. So it really is just the fear virus that you're clearing. It has nothing to do with the frequency of money. It has nothing to do with your bills, your house, or whatever it is that you hold on to as, in a sense, an excuse, because it is. To move through those barriers of being a creator and getting up and creating your passions, your dreams, your desires. If you realize that there is a fear system, the fear system is a virus system. If you realize the akashic that you're clearing is just the fear virus, and that's it, you'll be able to bulldoze through those matrices a lot faster. But because you hold that frequency of that template of the old system in your body, that's actually what you're clearing. So recode, retune yourself. I highly recommend crystals. I slept with crystals for years. I love crystals, high vibrational crystals. Didn't matter if it's the smallest crystal. Doesn't matter if it's a little speck. My first moldavite piece was like this big and it did its job. It activated my kundalini. I had a small little moldavite. It doesn't matter. It's your higher self that's activating you. So it's just, it will tune and tone you. So you have to deprogram and reprogram. Learn how to reprogram too as well. All right, I'm sending love to all of you. Have a great weekend and have a beautiful 12-12 gate and a 12-11 gate too as well. Oh yes, we do have, we're closing the space for our last signups. We have 2 master classes right now. We have a course that is the Avatar Human Code, and that is going to be for channeling multidimensional quantum consciousness and galactic super consciousness existence, which is anything that comes through for us to talk about Q&A questions. What we're really going to dive into is opening up the channels to two-way communication with your higher self. And it is channeling and telepathic techniques, and that really will be for the first hour of our course, is that we have been able to connect to the higher realms, and we brought in a beautiful template to teach you guys clear communication through transmission with your higher self, development through clear telepathic communication through the third eye, and that's visual and telepathy. So it will be 1 hour of techniques and learning these techniques. It's not muscle testing. It really is clear telepathic communication, two-way communication. The next one is going to be channeling, frequency codes, and downloads too as well. So if you would love to tune into this, and that will be at 12 o'clock on the 11th. And then we have our second event, and that is the 300 Spartan Goddesses Awakening. It's an empowerment course. It's an empowerment course for all of the divine women, all of our sisters in our beautiful goddess community. So it is 300 Spartan Goddesses Awakening, and it is a divine empowerment masterclass. And that is going to be full of activations, initiations too as well. And it is going to be light warrior, Jedi initiations and activations. And it has to be, because that really is truly everything here that we're bringing forth. So I'm so excited about it, and I hope that I hope we have more people sign up, but it doesn't matter because whoever signed up already, it'll just be us. So we always have fun. If you feel like you're aligned to it, please come into the space. We'll hold another one soon, maybe in about 3 or 4 months, and you can attend that too. You can go to our go to our website. It's starseedevolutionunited.net, and I will leave everything below. And you can come in and have fun with your star tribe and your community. So everything's divinely aligned. We will have another one in about 3 months if you don't align to this one. But this one is going to be more for empowerment and helping women shift. And it is for women. Assisting our sisters and our divine sisters, our Jedi sisters, with shifting through old belief systems and deprogramming. But we're going to bring in awesome activations too as well. So I love you very much. I hope